My name is Janelle Torres, and this is my overall reflection for my observation portfolio. In this video, I will be explaining the 4 different levels of observation that I have completed. First, I would like to start by saying I am a K through 4 elementary special education resource teacher. I had the opportunity to visit our Head Start school, our middle school, and our high school. Unfortunately, I did not get to observe an elementary school. However, I was able to conduct an interview with a fellow special education teacher. The first level that I would like to start with is Head Start. This is the one observation that resonated with me the most. These kiddos that I went to observe are 3 and 4-year-olds. They're in a Head Start setting, which is a mix of kids with and without exceptionalities. It was a good mix of socioeconomical students. They were very diverse. The program that I did go see, there was an actual classroom that was for English language learners, so that was interesting. The reason that the Head Start was so exciting to me is that these are the kids that will be coming up into kindergarten. So if they have an IEP, these are the kids that are going to be transitioned to me. So being able to see what they were working on at that level was very insightful and helpful to me, because as I said, that those are the IEPs that I will be getting. So in the future, it's going to be nice to be invited to be a part of those IEPs to help with those transition plans, because I know what they need, or I know what it's like at the kindergarten level, whereas that teacher knows what it's like at the pre-K levels. So I'm very excited to collaborate with some of the teachers that I met. The next level that I observed was the middle school, which again, this one was interesting as well, because those are where the students go after me. So seeing what they transitioned to at that level was again very insightful. The classroom I happened to observe was a modified / communication and social skills classroom. Very different from a resource room, which is what I teach in. So that was very interesting to see. My biggest takeaway from that is that they go from focusing on academics and stuff to really focusing on what the child wants to do, or the student wants to do when they get to high school, and what high school is going to look like for that student. So that was one of those biggest takeaways for me at the middle school level. When I observed at the high school level, I was able to observe 6 different classrooms that ranged from adapted classes to modified classes. My favorite class was probably the adapted English class. Kim Garrett, she happens to also be the transition coordinator for the high school, and she was just a wealth of information. And she really kind of broke it down on what the students do when they get into high school, and the kind of goals that they're going to set and what those goals look like. And again, kind of like middle school, where middle school focuses on what it's going to look like in high school goals focus on what do they want to accomplish after school, and their IEP goals kind of reflected that. So that was really interesting. Probably another one of my favorite classes was a bird feeder class. It was called the bird feeder class, and it was like a home ec class. The kids were learning to cook, and that was a mixed class of adaptive and modified. So it was nice to see that mix of students really learning with each other to create something. And not only were they learning to cook, but they were selling their bakeware. So they kind of threw in some life skills. So again, just the change from elementary to high school is just completely different. Overall, I'd say that my experience was a positive experience. I learned a lot. I look forward to working with not only these Head Start teachers with these incoming kindergartners, but also working with the middle school psychologists and stuff to help transition these kids and get them where they need. I would definitely like to observe more classes in the future.